On a crowded evening departure, a black teen girl named Amara Lewis boarded quietly, ticket in hand, wearing her favorite hoodie. She was headed home after a robotics competition, still riding the excitement of her team's win. She'd earned this first-class seat fair and square, a gift from her aunt who believed she deserved to travel in comfort after months of hard work. But the moment she sat down, the lead flight attendant's tone was sharp. "You can't sit here," the woman barked, blocking the aisle. "This section's for first-class passengers." Amara held out her ticket, calm but confused. "I am first class." The attendant didn't even glance at it. "Don't get smart. Move to the back." Passengers turned. Some frowned. Most stayed silent. Amara felt the heat of humiliation rising in her chest. She could feel the old, familiar script. Don't cause a scene. Just comply. But her aunt's words echoed in her mind. Never let anyone shrink you. She took a slow breath and did something different. She didn't argue. She didn't raise her voice. She reached into her hoodie pocket, pulled out her phone, and made one call. On the other end of the line was her Aunt Janelle. Not just any aunt, Janelle Lewis, head of an independent Federal Aviation Compliance Board. Within seconds, Janelle's voice was calm but precise. "Stay seated." "Hand the phone to her." The flight attendant's expression changed slightly when she heard the name, but she still took the phone with a huff. That's when Janelle's tone shifted. Low, measured, and deadly clear. She introduced herself, cited the flight number, and said, "This is now a compliance incident. I'm activating an immediate review. You will not move my niece from her assigned seat. I am also initiating a Tier 1 operational audit of your crew's conduct." The attendant's hand trembled as she returned the phone. What Amara didn't see, but would later learn, was that the call triggered a chain reaction. The airline's corporate compliance team was pinged. Federal regulators were notified. Mid-flight, an internal monitoring protocol began logging every crew interaction. By the time they landed, a legal and executive review was already underway. The rest of the flight, Amara sat in silence. Not triumphant, not angry, just steady. The crew avoided her. The passenger next to her whispered, "Good for you." When the plane touched down, she was met at the gate by two uniformed airline officials. They apologized, escorted her off the plane, and assured her an investigation had begun. But the real reckoning came later. The flight attendant was suspended, the crew received mandatory bias training, and the airline issued a public statement acknowledging the incident. The bigger impact? Janelle's compliance audit uncovered a pattern of discriminatory complaints over the past 2 years. The airline faced federal penalties, and several executives were removed. Weeks later, Amara stood in her school's auditorium at an assembly. She didn't tell the story to humiliate anyone. She told it to show her classmates something. You don't have to shout to be heard. You don't have to fight to win. Sometimes, you just need to know who you are and who's in your corner. The room went still. Some students nodded. Teachers looked at her differently. And somewhere deep inside, Amara realized this wasn't just about a seat on a plane. It was about a seat at the table, in every space she'd ever step into.